There is no cost of living crisis. You're wearing a brand t-shirt. We never bought brand t-shirts.
So true.
Right? You're wearing brand
Facts.
shoes.
Let's go, Pop.
If we wanted a coffee at work, right, we took our coffee into work and we made it at our desk. Everyone goes down and buys a cappuccino or a latte. Our mobile phone was $100. Today, a good mobile phone is $2,000. To manage that lifestyle and to save for a property at the same time must be difficult.
Kids?
Yes.
Are you helping them out in their first property?
No.
75 years old, $2 million in the bank, full life experience, everything that he just said, I 100% agree. Do it in reverse. Go and use all the money that you go and buy the designer stuff with to go and buy a property or go and invest in something. So you have an asset. With the growth and the gains you get off those assets, go and spend that money on whatever the fuck you wanted. And if that happens to be a Louis Vuitton bag or some nice shoes or a nice holiday or a bintang in Bali, whatever it is, you can go and buy all of those things with the asset as opposed to going to buy all those things with earned income and then trying to invest with what's left over. It never, ever, ever works. There isn't a cost of living crisis. Now, I'll put a caveat on that. There is a certain demographic out there in Australia that are doing it tough. That's true right now, and it's always been the case. There is always a certain demographic of person doing it tough. For the majority of people, the cost of living crisis is self-inflicted. It is not because of inflation and all these other things that are going on. The bag on their shoulder probably costs them more than they actually have in their bank account, because often people want to look richer than what they really are, so they're only actually impressing poor people. And who the fuck wants to impress poor people? Only idiots. I don't know about you, but I look to go on holidays, and I know how much holidays cost, and I know how much things cost. People, like you said, phones and clothes and fucking here, there, and everything. People are buying shit. And to save that sort of money, it's not that difficult if you actually want it. The difference, people often want the other stuff more than they want property, and then they complain that property is too expensive. Live frugally, go buy the $750,000 asset, and let's assume that's all you ever did. And let's assume that that property grows at 7% per annum, so it's growing at roughly 30 or 40 grand a year. Go and spend all that growth on the shit, because essentially your asset's paying for that as opposed to you. And the bigger the asset base you build, the more shit you can buy. But if you keep buying more shit and not investing in assets, the assets are going to become harder and harder and harder to get into. And I can assure you the shit that you're buying is going to become worth less and less and less and less and less. The cost of living crisis is between your ears, not actually in reality.